All right, everybody. So I'm finally back. I think it's been a month now since we've talked about One Piece, and I've been wanting to talk about this arc for a long time because I don't know if I've mentioned it already. I think I might have been not mentioning it on purpose, but Alabasta, like the Arabasta, whatever you want to call this arc, is like my favorite. I'm pretty far now. I'm like this close to the time skip. It's like episodes away, and Alabasta is still like the thing that, like, when I think of like peak of what I've watched so far, I think of Alabasta. There's a couple others I think of that are farther along the line, but this arc is what made me like dive into it. Like, I was enjoying One Piece, and then when I got to this arc, I fell in love with it, and I've been watching it pretty consistently ever since. There's a lot there though. I was looking it up. I think there's 39 episodes in this arc, so it's gonna be hard for me to go like piece by piece like I usually try to do. So I'm mainly just gonna say like the things I really liked about it, the things I thought were cool. I can give some plot points here and there. Like, obviously, they're heading there to save Vivi's kingdom, right? And just there's a lot of important things for the story going forward that happen here. They finally come in contact with Mr. Zero, who is revealed to be a crocodile, who's one of the 7 warlords of the sea. I don't remember if I mentioned that in the last one. I don't remember if it had already been revealed or if it's in this one where that's revealed. He has sand powers, and he's they call it like a Logia type, I think. So like his body can't become sand, so it's really hard to land a punch or something on a guy whose body is just like sand. And something that's really cool about this arc is it brings all of the Baroque Works villains together as like a big old super villain league. You got like Mr. 1, who can turn his arms into like steel blades. Mr. 2, I think he's introduced in this arc. He's introduced to them as a friend. Like, he likes the Straw Hats at first. He doesn't realize that they're his enemy, and the Straw Hats and Bon Clay become very they get along a lot, and then they realize that they're on the wrong sides of the fight, and they have to fight each other. And Bon Clay power, he touches his face, and whoever he touches, he can like turn into them. He's a shapeshifter. Then Mr. 3, as you know from Little Garden. I don't remember the numbers from there on. There's a chick who's like a porcupine. She just like makes like spikes come out of her. I don't remember what her number was. There's like a mole lady. There's a guy with like a baseball bat. I'm probably not gonna remember all of them. I guess I could look it up. Halfway before they actually get to the big fight with Crocodile does catch them, and he's like running this casino, and he puts him in this cage, and that's actually where Mr. 3 comes back into play, because he had imprisoned him. That's not super important, but he is still alive. That is important. But they even throw Smoker in there too, because Smoker was after them. This is important. Smoker came after the Straw Hats again, and Luffy's brother Ace shows up and helps him with that. And yeah, they all end up getting caught except for Ace and put in this prison. And then the Straw Hats eventually help Smoker out, so Smoker decides to like lay off the Straw Hats, kind of. Even though he's Marine, he's like, okay, this time I'm not going to go after you, but I will in the future. I'm just going to be watching I'm going to be watching you. And so Smoker kind of stays behind the scenes most of the rest of the arc. And the cool thing is that when everything goes down here at the end, you got the Straw Hats versus the Baroque works. It's just really cool. I really enjoyed it. It was the first time the stakes I felt like were like crazy. Because at one point, Crocodile impales Luffy. Luffy somehow survives it by some kind of juice or something. It's been a while. But Luffy finds out that that Crocodile's weakness is water, because he's sand that can turn him into mud. So he decides he's gonna go after him with water, like soaking up water this time, and he still loses. But he comes back for more. Like, him and Crocodile fight like 3 or 4 times in this arc. But like the final time, Luffy he uses his own blood like as like the water source for his weakness. It's like stuff like that. It's like, man, this is getting intense. Like, this isn't like, it's so much different than like the East Blue arc to me. Something else is that why Crocodile is after the Alabasta Kingdom is for these things called poneglyphs. I can't remember what they're called, but apparently they're super important. And his woman that's like riding her him, Miss All Sunday, can read them, and she reads them. He ends up betraying her. There's this big, like, at the end of the battle, everything caves in, and there's rocks falling everywhere. This, and she's about to die. She's about to get crushed, and Luffy goes back for her and saves her. And at the end of all this, they're like, all right, well, we gotta keep going. We got a mission. And they invite Vivi to go with them and become a Straw Hat crew member. But she decides to stay back and, be and rule her people. And something I forgot to mention was, since they knew they were going to have to go up against Bon Clay, who's a shapeshifter, they all put an X on their left wrist. And oh man, it's so good. At the end, this is the first time I got like a little bit emotional watching One Piece 2. I didn't cry, but I was like, oh man, it's moving me emotionally. It's like, she calls out like, in the future, if we ever meet again, would you still consider me a part of your crew? And they're like miles off on the sea, and they all just lift their hand up, but they're showing their X. Oh man, I've got to get a screenshot to put that up. That's probably gonna be the thumbnail, to be honest. Oh, it was so good. I need a t-shirt. There's got to be one out there of like all them holding the X hand up. Oh, it's so good. Like I said, I'm so excited to talk about it because it's I don't know if it is my favorite for sure, but it's like top 3. I love this arc. And everyone I've been trying to get to watch One Piece, I'm telling you, like, man, if you can hold out, if it's boring to you, if you can hold out until, like, not hold out, hang in. If you can hang in there until the Alabastas, like, I promise you, after that, you'll be like, okay, yes. Because, I mean, you got the Baroque works, you got the Straw Hats, and then even the Alabasta Kingdom has like their own set of like protectors who are there, who are all really cool. I mean, yeah, it's a little slow pace. Like I said, it's 39 episodes. It's one of the longer arcs, but like, oh, it's worth it. It's so worth it. At the end of the day, Crocodile is stripped from his title as warlord, one of the 7 warlords, and he's taken to a prison, and the Straw Hats sell off. Vivi stays. I'm trying to think of all the loose ends. Oh, and they get ready to go on their next adventure, and they're all sitting there like, yeah, we did this. Kind of sucks that Vivi couldn't stay though. And then next thing you know, Miss All Sunday is on the boat, and she's like, I've decided I'm joining y'all. And Luffy's like, cool. I think it was revealed there at the end that her name was Nico Robin. And then from then on, that's where Robin comes and joins the Straw Hats. And she's one of the best things that's happened to the Straw Hats, in my opinion. one of the best additions. Because other than the original 5, I think Chopper and Robin are the first other 2 that join. And I enjoy Robin being on the crew more than I enjoy Chopper being on the crew. I like Chopper a lot, but Robin's cooler. I didn't know about her when she first starts. Like I said, from this on, he's like, I don't know, is she playing the long con? Is she doing this? Like, what's her deal? The thing is, she's new to the team. You're new to her. And when you warm up to her, she's a really cool character. There's some good comedy in there, too. I can think of one in particular when there's a building that they're all supposed to be at the top of the building and all the Straw Hats end up on a different part. And I feel like there's really good Zoro and Sanji banter in this saga. I feel like that's where I first really like realized, oh, they kind of like hate each other. But yeah, it's good stuff. I don't even know what's next. This is like what I've been wanting to talk about for like the longest time. Once I started these arc reviews, I was like, I can't wait to talk about Alabasta because I love it. I don't even know what the first thing after Alabasta was. The next arc is Jaya. That makes sense. So next, we're entering into the whole Sky Island, Skypiea overall saga, and Jaya kickstarts that off. So sounds good. Let's see. I usually like to give an update of where I'm at. Like I said earlier, I'm pretty close to time skip. I'm done with Marineford. I'm done with the Gray Terminal arc. I'm now in that in between, like, without spoiling, I can't really. I don't want to go ahead and say what's going on, but I'm in the little bitty part between Fishman Island and the Gray Terminal stuff. So that's where I'm at. And like I said, I'm almost the time skip. I'm working my way up there. And yeah, so Alabasta is one of my favorite arcs. Let me know where it ranks on yours. You don't have to tell me what your favorite one is. You can if you want to. I don't really care. I know what the name of all the arcs are as long as there's no spoilers. But you can let me know where Alabasta falls on your ranking list of arcs, because mine, it's top 3 for me. So thank y'all for checking this out. Sorry it took forever. I only get to do these when I'm home alone, and now that it's summer break, we're here a lot and everyone's here a lot, so that's just the way it is. I got some free time and so I was gonna make one. So check the other ones out. Stay subscribed because there will be more coming. I don't know when, but there will. And I'll see you next time.